Hey everyone, welcome back to a brand new episode of our Montreal Canadiens franchise mode series on NHL 22. This is going to be our last episode in NHL 22. I'm super excited for it. Thank you all again for the support on this series and for just growing the channel a lot over this last year. I've had a blast making these videos and I'm glad you guys have been enjoying them. So this is going to be my longer intro that I've done because I do have a couple housekeeping things to go over with regards to the channel headed into NHL 23. I'm super excited for NHL 23, however, I'm not going to be getting NHL 23 on launch. I'm probably going to be getting it maybe in November, hopefully be some Black Friday, holiday time deals on it that I can pick it up. I just have a ton of stuff going on with regards to school and just other games that I'm playing. Modern Warfare 2 comes out in October. I've been playing a lot of Destiny, so yeah, just a lot of other stuff going on that doesn't necessarily afford me the time to pick NHL 23 up right on launch and get right into it, but should be probably a month or so after its release, I'll get it, and we'll probably jump into a Be A Pro mode or go right back to doing franchise mode. So as far as NHL 23 goes, there's that. In between now and NHL, the time I get NHL 23, I will be posting some other videos, maybe do some Destiny content or Modern Warfare when it comes out. However, I will have some new kind of videos that I'm going to do with hockey card pack openings and going over the cards that I get in the boxes. I've recently gotten back into card collecting as far as hockey cards and Yu-Gi-Oh goes. So over September and then into October, November, I'm going to be getting new boxes of hockey cards and Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Most recently, probably in a few weeks, I'm going to be getting the 2 hobby boxes of the 21-22 NHL credential set from Upper Deck. So I'm very, very excited about that set. We will do pack opening videos for that. Hopefully get with some insane pulls in those hobby boxes, and then later I'm going to be getting a whole new set of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, so we're going to be going over those. So just some new different content. I've been doing just NHL 22 franchise mode videos as of now, so I'd really like to get a little more diversity in there, and who knows, maybe we'll still get a couple NHL 22 videos out over the next month or so with regards to maybe just some fun career simulations for creative players, something like that. Just something fun to do, quick videos, just to keep some content rolling out in the meantime. But just wanted to go over that with you guys so you kind of have an expectation of what's going to happen with the channel as we move into NHL 23 and as we start heading into 2023. Just sort of my plan for the channel and content as I try to balance my content creation around my school schedule and everything along those lines. So pretty wild stuff. So that was a long-winded intro, I know, but thank you guys for listening. And again, thank you so much for all the support. Just earlier this year, we're at 27 subscribers. I started these series, and now we're over 200 subscribers. So thank you all so much for the support. I'm really glad you're enjoying the videos. So now, finally, let's get into our very last episode of our franchise series with the Montreal Canadiens. Hopefully we can get a Stanley Cup in this last season. I think we have a good team. I hope you guys are looking forward to it. And as always, if you enjoy the video, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. Thank you all so much for your support. Enjoy the video. Alright guys, so as always, headed into our very last season with the Habs of this franchise mode series. We're going to go over our lines real quick. Wish the chemistry was a little better on all the lines, but it looks like we got some really solid chemistry on this first line here. I think they're probably going to pop off together. Brady Tkachuk, Braden Yeager, and Cole Caulfield absolutely killing it. Second line looks real solid as well. Third line there gets a +2. Love to see it. Some good depth options there. Our rookie here, 21-year-old Valery Kulikov playing there on the third line there. And then a very solid fourth line here. We got Larmore, Hedel, and Co there. Nice two-way forward in Hedel, so he should be good there. Defense looks really solid. Really good pairings all around. Broberg and Jokiharju there. Kristinen and Harnquist there, and then Plekhanov and DeRosier locking it down on the third pairing. As for goalies here, Hart, big contract there for the last season, 87 overall, 35 years old. He's kind of a up and down on Sims, so hopefully we can get lucky with him here in this last season, and an 82 Gustafsson backing him up, so good goalie tandem there. Special teams also look good there. 4-man power play +3 and even. Regular power play a +5. and a +3. That first unit looks so disgusting. Penalty kill here even on both units. 3-man, 0 and a -2. Unfortunate there on the second unit, but couldn't really do anything about it. So let's jump right into it. You know, we'll try and make this season short and sweet, but hope that we do well all the same. So we will sim right out to the brand new year, January 1st, 2034, and hopefully we can have a really strong final season here with the Habs. Alright guys, so headed into the new year, we have a record of 21-10-2, doing pretty well, good for third in the Atlantic with 44 points, 4 points over the Lightning currently, holding that wild card spot, and the Flyers have the other one at 44 points, so, you know, we gotta ramp it up a little bit here, but as you can see, that Atlantic division, just so competitive, you know, only 5 points separating us from first place in the Atlantic. The Metro, a little bit more distance between the teams there. So honestly doing pretty solid. Jaeger leading us right now, 31 points in 33 games. So love to see that. We had a pretty, you know, up and down December month, but before then we were kind of going on a bit of a run in November. So we'll go out to the trade deadline. Again, I don't know that we're really going to make any moves unless we can get someone that's gonna hopefully help us win a Stanley Cup. But it seems like our guys are doing really well so far. So we'll just sim out to the trade deadline, assess how we're doing then, and go from there. Alright guys, heading to the trade deadline, we have a record of 40-19-2, absolutely popped off. Cole Caulfield there, 62 points in 61 games, broke the 30 goal mark again. As you can see here, we are second in the Atlantic with 82 points, starting to pull away a little bit more for that wild card spot. You know, it seems like we're putting ourselves in a very solid playoff position. And I just want to show you here, we had a massive win streak in, I believe it was February here, January into February there. It looks like we won 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11 games in a row from January into February. So we went in an absolute heater and, you know, really boosted ourselves up in the standings, and then, you know, finished out with a bit of inconsistency, but pretty even on the wins and losses there headed to the trade deadline. So I'm feeling pretty confident with this group. The way they picked it up was just awesome to watch. I really don't think we're going to make any moves in the trade deadline. You know, we're scoring, we're playing well, so we'll just go through the trade deadline though, just in case. You never know what can happen, and we'll see what we want to do. Alright guys, so just noticed the Oilers have Connor McDavid on the block. I'm going to try and send them in an offer here. 2 first-round picks and one of our prospects. For McDavid, I have them retaining $4 million of his salary. It would just be so sick if we could get him on headed into the playoffs here. So we'll send this through and see, you know, the value is on our side, but we'll see what they say. And they don't, okay. So they say our value is too far off, so it seems like they're okay with retaining his salary, so let's see what we can do, sweeten the deal here. I don't care about overpaying. Would just be so sick to get him here headed into the final season with the Habs going into the playoffs. Alright, so here we go, back with a massive offer again, giving them one of our better prospects, and a second there next year. Again, last season, might as well go all in. We are heavily overpaying, but let's see what they say to this one. And there we go, guys. Done deal. We get Connor McDavid onto the team. He is still a 93 overall at 37 years old. He is probably going to retire after this year. Maybe one more year. I don't know. We'll see. But, you know, absolutely insane trade there. You know, Jaeger probably going to be moved down to the second line. And McDavid slot him into the first line there with Tkachuk and Caulfield. So huge trade there. I don't think we're going to really do anything else aside from that, but we'll see what we can get. Alright guys, so after the trade deadline, we decided not to do any more moves. Obviously McDavid there will be our first line center. As you can see there, he's got 67 points in 62 games. So we are going to sim out to the end of the regular season here, see how we do with McDavid, and see what we can do in the playoffs. Alright, so finishing the regular season, we had a record of 47-33-2, finishing with 96 points. You know, kind of squeaking into the playoffs there. We had a really bad run where our goalies were just playing awful. I'm talking like we were scoring like 4 or 5 goals a game, and we were losing like 7-5, 6-5, and stuff like that. So, scoring there, McDavid leading the way, 94 points, 83 games. Take a look at the rest of the team. So certainly in that rough spell, scoring was not an issue for us. So these three guys did end up popping off together. Second line as well pops off. Really good line pairings there. We'll take a look at our defensemen here. Everyone looks good. We don't have high-scoring defensemen. A lot of them are two-way D guys or defensive defensemen. But, their stats are pretty good. And then goalies here. Yeah, so you can see Carter Hart there struggled a lot. He just doesn't sim too well. I don't know why. Gustafson there played really well, though, as a backup. .908, 2.84. Very good numbers for a backup. So, yeah, Carter Hart there struggled a lot this season. But he was getting us wins when we ended up needing them, so can't really fault him in the long run. Hopefully he pulls through for us in the playoffs, and we'll see who we get here in the first round. Right, so we got the Buffalo Sabres in the first round of the playoffs, 49, 27, and 6 in the regular season for them. We'll take a look at their roster. Really disgusting first line. Holy shit. Gunther, Hughes, and Michkov there. Quinn, Svechkov, Hoglander. Really good depth on this team. Great lineup here. Awesome first pairing. Second pairing's pretty good as well. And then their goalies, they got an 87 Wallstedt, 74 goalie though, backing them up, so a rookie there, but still a really solid looking team here. Definitely not an easy matchup, definitely going to be a close one, but we'll sim through these first 2 games, see what happens. So we split those, 5-2 loss and a 4-3 win there. Next 2 games coming back home, we get 2 wins there. So we're up 3-1 in the series here. Have a chance to close it out. Let's see if we can do it. 0-0 after 1, 2-1 after 2. They come back to tie it, headed into OT. Second OT. There we go. Lundell comes through as our hero, and we are moving on to the second round here. Alright, so we have the Flyers in the second round here. They went 44, 32, and 6 in the regular season. Not a team that we've been seeing in the playoffs a lot during these sims. So let's see who they have. Farabee, Wright, and Slakowski. Oh my gosh, that's a disgusting first line. Then they got Gosher, Franco, and Waite. Really good team, honestly, up and down the lineup. Solid players. Wow, disgusting defensive pairings here. Really good defensive pairings there, actually. And they got an 83 Wolf and an 82 Celios. So their goaltending is definitely their weaker spot, but they more than make up for it with the caliber of players they have. Definitely going to be a tough matchup. I'm surprised that they didn't do better in the regular season, although, like I said, I'm sure goaltending was an issue for them. But we'll see. This should be a tough matchup. Very big offensive talents here on both teams. And we split the first 2, 2-1 win and then a 5-1 loss. Next 2 games here, an OT loss and a big 9-1 win. So we are tied in the series here, 2-2 with them. Next game here, an overtime loss, so this could be it for the Habs here, down 3-2. Tied after 1. Big second period there, 4-1. And we get the big 6-2 win there, holding on for Game 7. This is the end of the line for us. We gotta hope the simulation is kind. Our HL team there actually making it on there. You can see they've got games. So as you can see there, Carolina Hurricanes going to the Eastern Conference Finals, waiting on us. All the other games, or series I should say, going to Game 7s. So let's see what we can do. Game 7 here, backs to the wall. Down 3-2 after 1. Big second period, 5-3. And Connor McDavid there putting it away. 6-3. We take Game 7. And we're headed to the conference finals where we will be playing the Carolina Hurricanes. And as you can see there in the Western Conference, the Colorado Avalanche and Vegas Golden Knights will be in the Western Conference finals there. So let's sim out real quick, get it refreshed, and let's go take a look at this Carolina team. Last I checked, they were pretty good. Yeah, Jarvis, Sweeney, Svechnikov on that first line there, Brink up to an 87, Craig Reichel. Very good team here. I like the looks of them. Defensive pairings, you know, Luke Hughes there, definitely their best guy. Everything else kind of definitely their weak point there on the defense. And their goalies also not great, 82 Primo, but their offensive talent certainly seems to be carrying them through. They were 52, 26, and 4 in the regular season. That, again, that like literally doesn't make any sense to me that they did that well with that defense and those goalies. But the simulation is the simulation. Let's jump right into it. The Eastern Conference Finals here. First 2 games in Carolina. 2 big wins there. Headed back home with a 2-0 series lead. Anything can happen. So we get a loss and a win, up 3-1 in the series. Headed back to Carolina for Game 5 here. Big stakes for us. What can we do with it? Up 3-1 in the series. Down 1-0 after the second period. And we lose 3-0 there. Unfortunate, we can't close it out. Taking a 3-2 series lead back home for Game 6. As you can see there, the Avs also leading 3-2 over Vegas. So Game 6 here, high stakes. Wow. Okay, simulation. Alright, still 3-0 and 5-0. So the simulation decided we were doing way too well against a team that was way better than us in the regular season, so that's great. Western Conference Finals also going to Game 7 there. So this is it. Literally backs to the walls here. I believe our AHL team there is in the Calder Cup. So we're tied after 1. They pull up. This could be it for us. Let's head into the third period here. See what happens. We're out shooting them like pretty heavily there by 10 shots. Halfway through. Time winding down here. There's no way an 82 Caden Primo is making 32 saves in this game. Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. Wow. Okay, wow. I hate this simulation sometimes. There's no way an 82 Caden Primo is making 35 saves. Golden Knights there also moving on to the Stanley Cup final. Like, there's just no way. I don't understand that. But, let's sim out these Calder Cup championships here. See if our AHL team can at least get it. So they're on 3-0 right now. And there they go. So, oh my god, they went 65, 11, and 6 in the regular season. Jesus. 136 points. So our AHL team absolutely tore it up this year. So at least they got the dub there. And Carolina is up 3-0 on Vegas. Let's see what happens with this. 3-1. And there we go. Carolina goes on to win the Stanley Cup. That is just so frustrating to me. I will never understand the simulation. They had an 82 overall goalie, and they win the Stanley Cup. That is insane. But let's see these individual awards real quick. So, however you say that, Ovchnikov, I think, gets the Art Ross. Also the Hart, Hughes with the Norris, Eichel, Lady Bing, Franco with the Calder, Svechnikov, Conn Smythe, Leanin and Vezina, and the William Jennings there, Lysick with the Masterson, Nashville coach Jack Adams, Savoie gets the Selke, Ovchnikov, I butchered that so hard, and Michkov gets the Maurice Richard. So, no Stanley Cup for McDavid here, although he did go on a pretty good run with us. And the Oilers didn't even make the playoffs, so I guess that was more successful for him, at least, making it to the conference finals with us. He definitely helped our team out a lot. But yeah, we were Carolina's toughest opponent there. they finished off every single other team in 5 games, and it took them 7 to beat us. So I guess a small victory for us there, that we gave them a pretty good run for their money. But unfortunately, no Stanley Cup in our final season. We were right on the cusp of it, but we just could not get it done there in Game 7. The simulation did not want to give it to us. Otherwise, I think we had a really good season, really good final season with the Habs. You know, these last seasons always going to be shorter than the others because, you know, we're not going to do the draft. No reason to do it. You know, we're not going to do off season. Nothing like that, since we're done with the Habs here, and we are done until NHL 23. Like I said in my intro, I'm not going to be getting NHL 23 on launch. Probably going to wait a little bit until it, you know, maybe there's a sale or something around holiday time, and then I'll pick it up and we'll jump right into it. Do more franchise modes, be a pro modes. But until then, I'll probably be getting some Modern Warfare 2 videos. I'm doing, you know, collecting hockey cards again, collecting Yu-Gi-Oh cards again. So I'll be doing pack openings, going over my pulls with those. So it just gets a little bit more of a variety of content sprinkled in there until I end up getting NHL 23. So I'm looking forward to it. I hope you guys enjoyed this final franchise series. I know we only did 2 of them, but again, thank you so much for the support on these series. I'm glad you guys enjoyed them. I had a ton of fun going through them and making these videos for you guys, so the support means a lot to me. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you back here for our next video, either going to be some pack openings or Modern Warfare 2, and then we'll keep looking ahead to NHL 23. So until then, have a good one, y'all.